Along with the new Avengers trailer, theories are abound.
Ooh.
There's too many, if anything.
Let's get rid of some of those theories.
I agree, but let's also put some out there.
Oh, and then we're going to cull some other ones?
Hopefully.
Okay, this time we're going to go through other people's YouTube videos and criticize them.
Yes.
So what's happening?
What I've done, I've reached out to people on Twitter to say, do they have any theories relating to this new trailer that they think may tie into what we get in Avengers Endgame?
Oh, I see.
I'll pick some of the best.
The Twitterati we've gone to.
That's right. I'll pick some of the worst. They're mostly just good, I feel, anyway. There was a lot of good ones. It was hard to choose. But these ones are definitively the ones that,
You've
when
chosen.
I was skimming through, I
picked some at random. Yeah. Nice, cool.
There's some good ones here, though, absolutely. This is from Hans39. It's a fake out. Tony and Nebula aren't actually in that scene.
Oh.
So the scene that people are talking about is the moment where all the Avengers are walking, or who's left, are walking together in their special
hero march.
white spacesuits at the very end. It's kind of surprising that Tony Stark and Nebula would be there because it does spoil the reveal that they're going to make it back to Earth.
Yes.
Not that we didn't think they were going to survive regardless, but to reveal that in the trailer.
And it also, like, the storyline seems to suggest that the Avengers are coming from Earth to maybe where Thanos is hanging out currently, to attempt to, beat him up until he reverses what he's done.
Yes.
So it seems they'd be packing a lot in to just have Tony and Nebula come back to Earth and then straight back into space.
Yes.
So maybe that is a fake out.
That being
But
said,
also, stranger things have happened, haven't they?
that's right. It could just mean that they're back. A few of the theories we actually have relate to that particular scene. We'll come back to it because there's a really good one at the end, which I quite liked.
And a really good one at the start that we just did.
They're all good in a way.
That's right.
Except for this one. No, I like this one. I actually like this one a lot. Nathan Alexander says the white suits could possibly be used to adapt to the time period. So they blend into wherever they were at the time. For example, Cap's white suit adapting to his Avengers suit if they go to 2012.
Oh, yes.
Which is when the Avengers are set.
Exactly.
A thought me and my brother had. First of all, it's my brother and I had.
Yeah,
just
so
to be
that's
clear.
invalidated your entire theory.
Yes.
But, well, let's roll with it anyway. That could definitely be true.
Yeah.
Camouflage suits.
Yeah. They obviously serve some purpose, but do you think that purpose extends beyond they're just spacesuits?
Look, I think recently we got Captain Marvel, and she and all the other Kree soldiers have that sort of force field suit like that inbuilt, and it was in some versions of the Guardians as well. It's like a force field face covering situation.
A hexagonal situation.
Yeah, so I think maybe these suits could have that built in. Like, okay, we've got
could be octagonal.
Could be octagonal.
I don't know.
Could it be pentagonal?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, there's not enough
the
angles,
devil,
is there? Yeah, no, absolutely, you're right. I don't know. I think they might just be like, look, we're all going to space, so
get a bloody spacesuit, mate.
Some of you can survive in space, some of you can't. And,
yes.
Maybe a little extra help there.
What's interesting though, I don't think we've seen any images of Captain Marvel in that suit because she kind of has her own space suit.
Yeah, right.
But then we've got Thor who's in it. He doesn't need a space suit.
That's true.
But why? Maybe it does serve a purpose other than that if he's wearing one. This is from Do Statochno.
Yes.
Based on the trailers, Cap is using his shield to splint a broken arm and make that limb combat ready again.
Yes.
Quite like that, yeah. But it looks like it's
a real Shatterhand situation.
It really is a Shatterhand situation. He's been rolling in some dirt and a bit of a bloody scrap.
Yes.
He
fell off the monkey bars.
Yeah. But if he's fighting Thanos, I'd imagine he could easily get his bones broken almost immediately.
Probably all of them.
He's the kind of guy he'd be breaking bones and getting up.
Yeah, and look, I also think that works, especially like thematically. Like, he's the guy who can do this all day.
Yes.
He keeps getting up regardless of how many times he gets knocked over. And I think that would be a great look.
Yeah.
He's broken his main punching arm. How are you going to fix that? Captain America shield.
You gosh
I think
darn
that's
right
good.
you
I think
do.
that's a good one. I like that a lot, actually.
What about this one? It's from Harry Smith. I feel the story will go thus. After a fair bit of sad Earth stuff, then we'll travel to the farm, which is where Thanos is, and get beaten up by Thanos, only escaping with a time stone with a few of them dying. They learn their anger needs to be turned into something else and travel back in time.
Interpretive dance.
Yes, perhaps that is the way this movie will go.
Hence the suits.
Yeah,
that's
right.
right.
Dance suits.
They're a dance troupe.
Of course.
Yep.
We've talked about this on our podcast, The Week of the Planet. That's a theory that we've had, that when they go to battle him, they don't get the whole gauntlet. They chip off a couple of stones, specifically the time stone, or maybe a reality stone, which allows them to shift through time and space to kind of fix some things from the past.
I think it would work better if they figure out how to do it on their own. Like, I think maybe the Ant-Man and the Wasp and the idea of the quantum realm suggest to me that they're going to do it without any Infinity Stones.
Right, okay.
But who knows, maybe.
Who knows anything?
I don't know anything.
That's right.
The many videos I've been on have proven that, I feel.
Follow him at Wikipedia Brown on Twitter.
I know nothing.
Jonathan Miller says, get ready for this one.
All right.
Based on how much Black Widow's hair has grown, this movie takes place over a couple of years. So we get, in some moments in the trailer, she's got her Infinity War blonde, shortish hair. And then other moments, she's got the blonde's grown out and with quite a bit of red. You used to mention this recently. How long does your hair grow over a year?
I think I read somewhere that it's 13 centimeters a year on average.
So this could be a year or more than a year?
Could be. Hey, maybe hair growth operates differently in the Marvel universe.
We don't know, do we?
We don't know. We don't
know anything. Specifically, you don't know anything.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, that hair in particular is the first thing that I noticed from like the early trailers of this indicates that there is going like a time jump at some point in this film.
Right.
Yeah.
Also, she might be wearing a wig.
She might be wearing a wig.
Or she might be wearing some sort of Tony Stark
wig.
White, like bald cap device that gives her different hair depending on the time period she's going to. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that. Yeah. Next up, we've got Ryan.
According to the US Centre for Disease Control, hair grows at an average of 0.50 inches per month. 6 inches a year.
Okay.
It's about 13 centimeters.
That sounds about right. Not exactly, though, is it?
No, it's not. Carry on then.
I will carry on.
Please.
Ryan says, I'm wondering if they're actually going to bust the timeline and introduce multiple dimensions like Doctor Strange mentioned. Feige's been very upfront about before Endgame versus after Endgame changes, they need a massive shakeup. So that shakeup, to me, in the past could mean, different cast, different time period, more space stuff, more magic stuff, more galactic stuff.
Yeah, right.
But maybe it is dimensional. What do you
think? It could be dimensional stuff. I mean, we are getting apparently a What If animated series.
Yes.
Which is going to cover various alternate universe situations where major characters made different decisions than they did in the main Marvel universe.
That's unrelated to this, but it does also show that they're looking to do.
I think so too.
Things outside the box.
Yeah, I think so, and that's a good shakeup.
I think people just doing standard origin stuff. Standard origin movies aren't that interesting anymore for any kind of superhero movie, or even if you're doing a Robin Hood prequel or whatever that was. Remember that one?
Yeah, of course I remember that one.
We all remember the Hood.
We're waiting for the sequel. It's coming soon, right?
Yeah, it's coming real soon.
I'm not leaving this room until we get the sequel.
They fast-tracked it because everyone was really excited for it. They put another $100 million into it.
Good.
Yeah.
Is that going to be enough? Should I chip in some more money?
You might have to chip in.
Okay.
Yeah. I wonder, though, whether they're going to save that dimensional stuff for maybe even Doctor Strange sequels.
I think the dilemma here is that I don't think they should, and I don't think they will, but I don't think they should defeat Thanos by introducing a whole new universe or a whole new, introduce a multiverse and give us a solution based on the multiverse. Because I think that opens up too many solutions.
Yeah.
It opens up, well, why don't we just go to a universe where Thanos didn't do that?
Yes, right.
Kind of thing. So I think if anything, they're going to defeat Thanos using the tools that are currently available to them, and then maybe at the end, afterwards, we'll get a little teaser that suggests that parallel universes exist.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Yes.
Next up, we've got Ben Borman. He says Clint was training Lila to be Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. She and his family are disintegrated before his eyes. He then becomes Ronin, but then returns to be Hawkeye after maybe 45 to 60 minutes into the film. However, Clint will be the central character of the film.
Yeah, I think his role is significant in this one. Whether it be, him delivering the final blow on Thanos, or whether it be him releasing something from the raft, as the most recent trailer might have suggested.
Sure, yeah.
Like an old villain we've forgotten about, or a character we don't remember from a previous film.
I would love that.
I would
love that. You know what I'd also love?
Yes.
I just want a scene where somebody goes up to him and goes, "What the fuck is up with that haircut?"
Yeah, right. Did you not have time to do the back?
Yeah, you in the middle of it?
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, what happens?
Yeah.
Was your barber snapped halfway through?
Yes.
Look, I don't think he's training her to be the next Hawkeye. I just think that's a nice scene where he's teaching his daughter how to shoot an arrow.
Exactly.
Yes.
And this is the one I was saving for the end. This is from Alexander. He says, I'm thinking that the Tony Stark we see in the trailer at the base is actually a Tony Stark from the past that the Avengers brought back from time traveling. Now, there's actually precedent for this in the comic books, because
that's true.
Version of Tony Stark is a younger Tony Stark they brought through the past, because the original Tony Stark was a sleeper agent.
Or
something to that extent.
So at one point, it was revealed that many years prior, Tony Stark had been turned evil by the time-traveling Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah.
So they went back in time to before he was turned evil. They got a teenage version of Tony Stark.
Yep.
They brought him into the modern-day Marvel universe. He got injured in his heart, just like the old one. They had to put in a like an artificial heart.
That's crazy.
This crazy coincidences all happen. Then he got thrown into the Heroes Reborn universe, and then he came back as regular Tony Stark, and nobody's mentioned it since then.
It's also not dissimilar from what happened to Captain America. They used the cosmic cube to tweak his past, so he was an agent of Hydra the entire time. So I would like to see evil Captain America at some point. I like to see him kind of get benched at the end of these movies and then come back to do that. So that makes me, I'd say I'd rather see that than Tony Stark from the past. That being said, that would be intriguing if the way that Tony Stark gets back to Earth is that's not Tony Stark in space.
The way he gets back is he gets killed and they're like, what's another way we could get Tony Stark? A different Tony Stark?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, he's probably also the kind of guy that's downloaded his conscious into something. He's done that also in the comics.
That would be an interesting fake out. Star Trek 2, if you recall. Original Star Trek 2, not rebooted Star Trek 2.
Not Star Trek 2 Into Darkness 2.
No, the other Star Trek 2.
It was Khan.
It was rumored before that movie that Spock was going to die.
Yes.
And so they put a scene right at the start of the movie where he did die, and then it turned out to be a simulation.
Yeah.
Like a training exercise. So everybody watching the movie was like, oh, that must be what it was. And then at the end they killed him. So that's a sweet trick. So maybe they kill Tony Stark right at the start.
Yeah.
And then they're like, let's go back before he died. Let's get him out of the cave.
Yeah, let's get him out of the cave.
Yeah.
Imagine getting that guy out of the cave and dropping him into that new timeline.
What about this?
Okay.
What if, in that most recent Endgame trailer, those origins we see aren't unconnected? What if they retrieve Tony Stark from where he gets buried in the desert when he escapes in his Mark 1 suit?
Okay.
What if he gets out of the suit and they're like, hey, it's us the Avengers, future you's dead, we're going to borrow you for a minute?
I would really like that.
That'd be good, right?
Yeah. I'm not banking on this happening.
No, not at all.
But I just really like that theory.
Yeah,
I think it's a lot of fun.
That is cool. That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Look, if anyone else has any theories related to this movie, it's out very soon. We'd love to hear it below. Also, if you have seen the movie, please leave excruciatingly long comments on how a lot of these are wrong.
Wait, who's seen this movie?
I mean, by the time, time is linear.
Time is linear and money.
And,
so
yes, and, in a month from now, after this movie comes out, people would have seen it and can correct us on all these things.
That's true, yeah. Because people seeing this video in the future,
yes,
they'll let us know that we should have known.
Yes,
we should have released this video. We should have released this video about theories about Avengers Endgame that we're tossing around before the movie comes out. We should have made that after the movie came out. And have known all these things already.
I agree.
Yeah, so I understand if they would like to tell us we're wrong.
And they've got a good point.
Yeah.
There's also videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We also have a podcast called The Weekly Planet where we talk movies and comics and TV shows. Sure, there's a trailer breakdown for that new trailer on my channel you can check out if you want. Or you can listen to The Weekly Planet where we do an even better one.
Yes.
I'll link that below. There's also a time code in the description if you want to jump straight to that point. My voice just went nuts then. Did you hear that?
Can you do that on command?
Point. You're at Wikipedia Brown on Twitter. I'm at Mr. Sunday Movies. We'll
correct.
see you guys soon.
Grab that gem, you guys. We'll see you next week.